DNS is the reason you can type a website name instead of memorizing a bunch of numbers. And for CompTIA A Core 1220-1201, DNS matters because the exam may test whether you can recognize when a user has a name resolution problem. By the end of this quick bite, you'll understand what DNS does, why it matters, and how it shows up in basic network troubleshooting. Welcome to QuickBytes Education. Today's quick bite is all about DNS, explained simply, quickly, and clearly. Let's get started. Here's what we're covering today: what DNS means, how DNS works, why DNS problems happen, and what to watch for on the exam. DNS stands for Domain Name System. In simple terms, DNS translates website names into IP addresses. An IP address is the number a device uses to find another device on a network. But humans do not want to memorize addresses like 142.something.something.something. We want to type names like google.com, CompTIA.org, or QuickBytesEducation.com. So DNS acts like a contacts app for the internet. You type a name, DNS finds the matching IP address, and your device uses that address to connect. On the exam, they may test this by asking what service resolves host names or domain names to IP addresses. That answer is DNS. Let's walk through a simple example. You open a browser and type a website name. Your computer checks if it already knows the IP address. If it does not, it asks a DNS server. The DNS server looks up the name and sends back the correct IP address. Then your computer uses that IP address to reach the website. So the name is for people. The IP address is for computers. DNS connects the two. Quick checkpoint. DNS does not deliver the website itself. DNS tells your device where to go. That is a big exam detail. Here's where most people get this wrong. They think the website won't open, so the internet must be down. But that is not always true. A device can have internet connectivity and still have a DNS problem. For example, if you can reach an IP address directly but cannot reach a website by name, DNS may be failing. That means the network path might work, but name resolution does not. On the exam, they may describe a user who can connect to the network, but websites fail when typed by name. That scenario should make you think. Check DNS settings. A DNS server is the server that answers DNS lookup requests. In a home network, your router may hand out DNS settings automatically. In a business network, DNS may be handled by internal servers or configured by IT. DNS problems can happen when the device has the wrong DNS server address, the DNS server is unavailable, or cached DNS information is outdated. A DNS cache is stored DNS information your device keeps temporarily, so it does not have to ask again every single time. Most of the time, caching helps, but if the cached information is wrong or outdated, it can cause connection problems. For A+ troubleshooting, the big idea is simple. If names fail but addresses work, DNS should be on your suspect list. One more exam-friendly detail. DNS commonly uses port 53. A port is like a numbered doorway used by network services. DNS uses port 53 so devices know where to send DNS requests. You do not need to overthink it for this lesson. Just remember, DNS resolves names to IP addresses, and DNS commonly uses port 53. Here's what you just learned. DNS stands for Domain Name System. DNS translates domain names into IP addresses. Website names are easier for people, but IP addresses are what computers use. A DNS server answers name lookup requests. DNS problems can stop websites from opening by name, even if the network connection works. If an IP address works but a website name does not, think DNS. And for the exam, remember that DNS commonly uses port 53. If this helped you understand DNS for CompTIA A Core 1, like the video, subscribe, and keep building your knowledge with QuickBytes Education, one quick bite at a time.